Hello and welcome to class 285. Are you ready? List 32, vocabulary, okay? De cualquier modo. Anyhow, anyway, in any case. Me gusta el tercero, in any case. Aspecto, aspect. Negocio, business, business. And remember the spelling. One S in the middle, two S's at the end, please. And the word professional, the same. One F and two S's. 30 or 40% of the time I say it with two F's and one S. And business, al revés. Dos S's en medio. Please. One S in the middle, two S's at the end. One S in the middle and two S's at the end. Business. Comparación. Escuche esto. Comparison. In French, comparaison. Comparaison. En inglés igual. Comparison. 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 To make a comparison, not to do. To make a comparison. Let's make a comparison between Marta and me. Well, there's a big difference. Yeah, I'm taller than she is. Yes, she's shorter than I am. I'm a man, and she's a woman. I'm American, she's Spanish. I have a Texas accent. She has a Sevillana, civilian accent. Yes. Yes. She's young and I'm old. So I'm making a comparison. I'm making a comparison. Retraso, delay. Ha habido un retraso. There's been a delay. There's been a delay. Yeah. I remember Adam. You remember God? He created the earth in 6 days. First he created Adam. And Adam was lonely. And God noticed that Adam was lonely. And he said, Adam, you look lonely. Do you feel lonely? And Adam said, yeah. He said, I look lonely? Yeah. Okay, well, I feel lonely too. And so God said, well, I'm going to create Eve for you. Eve, who's Eve? Your future partner. And your wife, Eve. All right. When are you going to create her? This evening. Later this evening. I said, okay. But it didn't happen. And Adam said, hey, God, what about Eve? Huh? And God said, there's been a delay. I'll be in retraso. Well, what's the problem? I said, I don't know. I'm trying to create Eve from the dust, like you. But it's not working. It says, well, so there's a delay. There's been a delay. Finally, Adam said, well, why don't you use one of my ribs? Hey, that's a good idea. And so God used one of Adam's ribs to create Eve. And so, but there was a delay. Incluso, even, todo el mundo fue a la fiesta, incluso la abuela. Everybody went to the party, even the grandmother. Even the grandmother. Cualquier persona puede aprender inglés, incluso tú. Anybody can learn English, even you. All right. Anybody can, cualquiera puede convertirse en buen profesor de inglés, incluso yo. Anybody can turn into a good teacher, even me. Turn into. Anybody can become a good English teacher, even me. All right. Any country can become the strongest in the world, even Spain. That's true. Huh? That's true. Any country has the potential. With the right economic system, the right political system, the right judicial system, and the right policies, any country can become powerful, strong, etc. La vida, life. Life is but a walking shadow. La vida no es más que una sombra que camina. Eso es de Shakespeare. Macbeth. Aquí decís Macbeth. It's Macbeth. You stress it, and Macbeth says, life is but a walking shadow. A poor player that struts and frets his hour upon the stage. That's life. So, la vida, life. Así es la vida. That's life. Población, ¿Cuántas veces he dicho papu, papu, papu? Papu, papu, population. Communication, population. Population. The population of Spain is 47 million people. The population of China is 1.4 billion people. The population of India is 1.3 billion people. The population of the United States is 328 million people. The population of Indonesia is 260 million people. The population of Brazil is about 210 million people. The population of Russia is about 160 million people. Population. Actuar, to act. To act. También es comportarse, to act. You're acting like a little child. Marta, you're acting like a little girl. You're acting like a child. Stop acting like a child. Está con una pataleta. You're having a tantrum. Se dice tantrum. Como tantra, pero tantrum. U-M. To have a tantrum is tener berrinche, pataleta. Yes. You're acting like a child. Te estás comportando como una niña, un bebé. You're acting like a little baby. Come on, be serious. Pero actuar en teatro o en cine is to act as well. To act. Estar aburrido is to be bored. Ser aburrido is to be boring. Am I boring? Are you bored? If you're bored now, it means I'm boring. And if I'm boring, probably you are bored. To be bored, estoy aburrido. Me aburro. Se dice mucho aquí. Me aburro. I'm bored. Mommy, I'm bored. I'm bored. I've never said that in my life, I think. I've never been bored in my life. Well, sometimes you have to wait. You know, you go to the dentist and you're waiting 45 minutes and it can be a little bit boring. The situation can be boring, so I was a little bit bored. And I looked at the table in the waiting room and there were magazines, but all of them were gossip magazines. Hola Semana, 10 Minutos, all of them. Oh, there were 2 magazines about cars. Yeah, race cars, coches de Formula Uno and things. So I was bored. I was bored. All right. Ponerse en contacto con es contact. Te contactaré mañana. I'll contact you. Me pondré en contacto contigo en cuanto sepa algo. I'll contact you as soon as I know something. As soon as I have the information, I'll contact you. To get in touch with, but to contact. Soñar is to dream. Perchance to dream. Yes, to dream. Dream, my dream. Yo sueño cada noche. I dream every night. Dream. To have a bad dream is to have a nightmare. Dream. A dreamer es un soñador, pero también es un iluso. Don't be a dreamer. Learning English requires hard work. All right, to dream. I had too much to dream last night. I had too much to dream. I'm not ready to face the light. I had too much to dream last night. Yeah. It was interesting, that song came out in about 1969, and I thought I had too much to drink last night. But then I said, parece que dice dream. And so sure enough, it was dream. I had too much to dream last night. Establecer, to establish. Yes, to establish. We have established this country on the principles of free will, to establish. Yes. We, the people of the United States, in order to establish a more perfect union, ensure domestic tranquility, provide for the common defense, and promote the general welfare to ourselves and our posterity, do ordain this Constitution of the United States of America. Toma, es el preámbulo de la Constitución Americana. We the people. Empieza con nosotros el pueblo, con el fin de establecer una unión más perfecta. We the people of the United States, in order to ensure a more perfect union, to secure, asegurar, a more perfect union. It's very pretty. Here in Spain, in the Spanish Constitution of 1978, you have a similar preamble. But interestingly, it doesn't say we the people. It says, la nación española, con el fin de establece esta constitución, ordena o da vida a esta constitución. Dice la nación española. And I don't agree. I think the Constitution, nosotros el pueblo, in España, o español, I think you need to go to the people, because the government exists by the consent of the governed. It's the consent of the governed. El consentimiento de los gobernados da vida al gobierno. And that should be the way. But so I don't agree with the Spanish. I don't agree with the beginning of the Spanish preamble to the Constitution. All right, soñar, establecer is to establish. Mucha sh al final. Luchar, pelear, to fight. You want to fight? Are you ready to fight? Fight for your rights. Lucha por tus derechos. Fight for your rights, but don't forget your obligations, okay? Fight for your rights. For your rights. La lucha obrera is the workers' struggle, fighting for their rights. Y ganaron muchos rights, con razón. From the 19th century up until the middle of the 20th century, the workers' struggle was very successful, but it took a long time. Alcanzar is to reach. Yes. Marta, I can't reach. Finally I can reach it. Darling, can you reach the toaster? El tostador, para hacer tostadas. Yes, can you reach the toaster? Where is it? It's on the top shelf. Oh my God. I can barely reach the top. Yes, it's a good thing I'm taller than my wife, all right? Alcanzar is to reach. Servir is to serve. How many times does Rafa Nadal serve per month in practicing? Estar de pie is to stand. Stand. To stand also is simbolizar o significar. I stand. To stand for. Yes. This stand. What does this stand for? FBI. FBI. ¿Qué significa? What does FBI stand for? The FBI stands for Federal Bureau of Investigation. And the CIA, la CIA? The CIA stands for Central Intelligence Agency. And the COE, the COA, what does that stand for? Confederación Española de Organizaciones Empresariales. Right, okay. Okay. And what does UGT stand for? UGT stands for Unión General de Trabajadores. And what does USO stand for? USO, USO. What does it stand for? Yeah, what does it stand for? It stands for Unión Sindical Obrera. What does CNT stand for? It stands for Confederación Nacional de Trabajadores, I think. And what does NATO stand for? La OTAN, NATO. It stands for North Atlantic Treaty Organization. What does NAFTA stand for? Well, NAFTA doesn't exist anymore. Donald Trump changed it. But it stood for North American Free Trade Agreement. Acuerdo de Libre Comercio Norteamericano. North American Free Trade Agreement. And what does CCOO stand for? CCOO stands for Comisiones Obreras. It stands for to stand. All right, stand. And what does the OECD stand for? The OECD. In Spanish, how do you say the OECD? La OCDE. That stands for Organization of Economic Cooperation and Development. Excuse me. Organization of Economic Cooperation and Development. Fíjate la pronunciación de cooperación. Cooperation. Como oso, koala. Koala bear, koala, cooperation and development. Organización de Cooperación y Desarrollo Económico. Spain is a member. Spain joined many years ago this organization. So, estar de pie is to stand. Enseñar is to teach. I'm teaching you. Enseñar mostrando is to show, of course. Decir contar is to tell. Cuéntame una historia. Tell me a story. Tell me a story. Yes. Dime por qué. Tell me why. Tell me why you cry and why you lie to me. Tell me why. Tell me why. Andar is to walk, caminar. Anduve, I walked. Andaré, I'll walk. Yes, escribir is to write. Esto es fácil. To write. Hasta es until. Escribiré mi apellido con V hasta el fin de mis días. I'll write. Well, se diría aquí to spell. I'll spell my name with a V until the day I die. I'm not going to change. To write. Do you like to write, Richard? Yes, I do. I like to write. Hasta, until. Hasta el fin de los tiempos. Decimos until the end of time. En inglés, hasta el fin del tiempo. Yo no sé por qué decís tiempos en plural. ¿Por qué? De los tiempos. Hay un solo tiempo, ¿no? No hay varios tiempos. Maybe. Until the end of time. I will continue teaching you English until the end of time. Yes. I made an agreement with God. He said, for the Spanish people, it's going to take a long time. Richard, you will live forever. Thanks, God. I'm not sure if I want to. I'm not sure if I want to live forever. ¿Qué pasa? ¿Qué pasa? What's the matter? ¿Qué pasa? ¿Qué te pasa? What's the matter? If I'm really worried, I say, hey, Paula, what's the matter? What's the matter? Alternativo, what's wrong? What's wrong? ¿Pasa algo? Is something wrong? Is anything wrong? Aquí, any, something, casi igual. Is anything wrong? Is something wrong? Digo something si percibo que sí hay algo que está mal. Diría something porque da por sentado que estoy pensando que sí. Is something wrong? Is anything wrong? Are you okay? What's the matter? Now, what's the matter? ¿Qué pasa? También lo puedo decir de forma fuerte. Pero, ¿qué te pasa? ¿Por qué te portas así? Oh, what's the matter? What's the matter with you? What's the matter? What's wrong with you? What's wrong? What's the matter? Practically 100% the same. Ahora bien, si digo, oye, pasa algo, is something wrong? No solemos decir is something the matter. Is anything the matter? No. Paula, are you okay? Is something wrong? What's wrong? What's the matter? What's the matter? What's the matter with you? Come on. All right. Madera is wood. Wood, madera. Y un bosque is the woods, the forest, the woods. How far can a dog run into the woods? Do you know? Do you know? How far can a dog running, the dog enters the woods. Entra en el bosque el perro. How far can a dog run into the woods? Do you know? In Spanish, ¿hasta qué punto puede entrar un perro en el bosque? You don't know. Halfway. Only halfway. Because after that, the dog is running out of the woods, not into the woods. You understand? And in Spanish, it's the same. ¿Hasta qué punto puede entrar un perro en el bosque? Hasta la mitad. Luego está saliendo. All right? So only halfway. How far? You can ask this question to if you have an English teacher tomorrow in class or next week or ask your teacher in English, Priscilla, how far can a dog run into the woods? How far can a dog run into? Run into is entrar corriendo. How far can a dog run into the woods, into the forest? And your teacher, Priscilla, said, I don't know, halfway. Halfway means a mitad de camino, halfway. Because after that, the dog is running out of the woods, not into the woods. Do you understand? Yes. En inglés usamos el verbo locomoción más la preposición apropiada. Y entrar corriendo is to run into. Salir corriendo is to run out of. Entrar andando is to walk into, to walk out of. Entrar a nado is to swim into. Salir a nado is to swim out of. O sea, usamos el verbo de locomoción. Arrastrándote por el suelo. Para entrar is to crawl into. I crawled into the classroom. Help, help. I crawled out of the classroom. All right. So, I would like. This is the first time with I would like. Me gustaría, quisiera. Curiosa expresión, quisiera. Quisiera ser millonario. I would like. Me gustaría ser millonario. I would like. I'd like. I would like. Ahora, escucha. No se dice la L de would, I would like. Es súper muda siempre, nunca. No me digas, no quiero oírte decir wool. Wool es lana, wool. I would, would. Y se pronuncia igual que la palabra madera. Would. Me gustaría madera, tener madera. I would like to have wood. Would. I would. You would, he would, she would, we would, they would. Would. Es un verbo auxiliar. Y luego el verbo principal. Like, have, do. I would like. Pero aquí estamos con me gustaría o quisiera. Me gustaría, quisiera, I would like. Querría is I would want. Pero aquí estamos con like. I would like. Would you like to speak perfect English? Oh, yes, I would. Would you like to be a millionaire? Yes, I would. Would you like to have 3 arms? No, probably not. Would you like to have 3 eyes? No, I wouldn't. Well, would you like to have an eye in the back of your head? Well, yes, but camouflaged, right? Yeah. Yes, I would like to have an eye in the back of my head. All right. Would you like to live in Paris? Yes, I would like to live in Paris for maybe 1 year, but in a nice flat. Would you like to live in Rome? Yes, I would. Would you like to have 2 wives? No, I wouldn't. Would you like to have a harem? No, I wouldn't. Too much work. To support them, it's probably too expensive. They have to eat, right? All right. Would you like to be a multimillionaire? Oh, yes, I would. Would you like to be a university professor? Yeah, maybe for 2 or 3 years. Yes, I would. Would you like to continue teaching this course? Yes, I would. So would you, would he, would he, would she, would they, would he. De hecho, mira, ¿te gustaría ser millonario? Vamos con esta frase tan corriente, esta pregunta tan corriente en las clases de inglés. ¿Te gustaría ser millonario? Would you like, would you, 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 would you like, would you like, would you like, would you, would you, would you, would you, would you. La D de would y la I griega de you se enlazan con sonido de J inglesa, would you, would you, would you. De hecho, puedes decir would you, como Woody Allen. Woody Allen, would you, would you, would you, would you, would you, would you, would you like? Woody. Woody, ahora es un descarado Woody Allen. Would he like? Porque me como la H de he. A nuestro amigo Luigi Barghini. Would he like to be, well, ya es millonario, espera. Aki Morita. Would he like? Would he like to, Aki Morita, what about Aki? Would he like to be a millionaire? Would he like to be a millionaire? Yes, he would like. Yes, he would. And Paula Eisenbach, would she like to be a millionaire? Yes, she would. Would you like to be a millionaire? Yes, I would. Would I? Would I? Would I? It's not a would and I. Eh? Would I means, would I like to be a millionaire? Yes, I would. Would we? Would we? Would we like to be millionaires? Oh, well, would you like to be a millionaire, Philip? He says he would. And I would too. So would I. So we would both. Would I? Would I like, me gustaría a mí tener 2 esposas. Would I like to have 2 wives? No, thank you. Would I? Would I? No. Would you? Would you? Would you? Would you? Hay 2 formas. La forma más fácil sería would you. Woody Allen, Woody, would you, would you, would you, would you. Lo importante aquí es la L, es muda. Lleva toda la vida con will you, will you. I think the problem is now I don't know, but many years ago, the Spanish teachers of English in secondary school said, will you? And the students assimilated the L. The L is always silent. Would you? Would you? I would like, y hacemos la contracción que no recomiendo. Sometimes I recommend a contraction. It's, I've, I don't, not do not, doesn't. These are contractions. When we speak English, we say I'd like, I'd like to be a millionaire, I'd like a new car, he'd like, she'd like, we'd like, they'd like, for they would, I would, I'd. Native people use it universally and all the time. But for Spanish speakers, los hispanohablantes, it's extremely difficult. For me, I think it's impossible for a Spanish speaker who starts English after puberty, cuando la boca ya está formada dentro de una fonética, to say I'd, he'd, we'd, she'd, they'd, da, esta de tan duda, que no sale en español. And so I recommend I would. Don't make the contraction when you speak. It's no problem. I would like. Suena igual de bien o mejor que I'd like. I would like. But native people, of course, you say, I'd like. I'd like. I'd like. I'd like 2 eggs over easy and with bacon. I'd like 2 fried eggs with bacon, please. Aunque en restaurantes solemos decir, I'll have. In British English, I don't know, but in American English, I'll have a number 1 with bacon. I'll have. I'd like. Would you like? I wouldn't like. Wouldn't. Would and wouldn't. Would you like to be a millionaire? And yes, I would. Would you like to finish this class now? No, I wouldn't, but I have to finish. See you tomorrow.